Good evening to the lobby and good evening to all the Rangers fans all over the world. And a big welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, everybody, that was our Bridgeman. This is Friday night, the last show before the big match on Sunday. Everybody's looking forward to it. We're always buzzing for these games, but I'm joined here tonight with our Jimmy and Blue Star. How you doing tonight, Jimmy?
I'm doing well, George. The battle fever's on, mate.
Battle fever's on, Jimmy, is it?
Oh, I can't wait, mate. I don't care what anybody says. This is the game we always want to win. I know all the other games are important, but beating the puddle drinkers is really special. So, yep. Got my wee first vodka the Friday night, vodka 40 ounce of Friday. Looking forward to the show, George, and looking forward immensely to Sunday. Can't wait, pal. Can't wait.
How about you, Blue Star? How are you looking forward to this? You buzzing for the game on Sunday?
Oh, absolutely. As JFK says there, it's a big one. It's the one that counts. It's the one we love to win, and there's nothing better than beating that Mankey mob. So that's what we're looking forward to. The battle fever's on.
We've also got Foxes in the background doing the technicals, and so is Terry. So I'm sure Fox will come in and have a wee blather with us as well. But during the actual week running up to it, Jimmy, I love it. I love the build up to these games. Probably about for the Wednesday, really. I get excited. Thursday I get excited, and Friday I'm really buzzing for it. Saturday, you didn't really think about it on the Saturday. It's just until the next again day when you actually get on the bus, you're away to the game, or if you guys are getting on trains or however you get to the game. But during the game, I don't actually enjoy it, Jimmy. It's no an enjoyable thing for me unless we're really pumping them. It's just I like the build up to it and everything. That's what I know for them. It's for me, Jimmy. It's the build up to it. The fans are great. Everybody's buzzing for it. We're talking on here. What about you? Do you actually enjoy the game? Would you like the build up more?
No. The build up's good, George. I can see where you're coming from, but nerves get the better of you. But sometimes you're right. Sometimes when you're at the game, you get that tense and up that. Believe it or not, I've got to agree. Sometimes you don't actually see the game. I know that sounds daft to some people, but you're watching the game, the atmosphere just swallows you up. But it's a great, I'm 62 now and coming up for, and even now I'm getting the butterflies. The butterflies are starting with me now, and it's just a game that I love to win. As I said last night, meeting puddle drinkers round about me, and it's good that we can have a smile on our face and their faces are tripping us. I'm just looking that we get a good result, and I'm looking for a convincing win on Sunday, George. And I'm not talking about 4 or 5-0. A 2 or 3-0 would be a great result for us, and I'm thinking we're more and more capable of getting that. So I can see where you're coming from. The nerves sometimes get you better of you. The build-up's fantastic, but sometimes the game kind of just passes you by. It envelops you.
Aye, that's what. We spoke the other night. I think we've got a caller coming in. Is there a new caller coming in there?
Boys, it's Paul. Sorry, I've got a new number, lads.
Oh, Paul, how you doing? All right.
All right, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
How you doing? Is all right?
You ready for this?
Battle fever on.
You've got the butterflies, as Jimmy was saying there, Paul. You ready for this?
Battle fever's on, Georgie boy. The battle fever's on.
That's what it's all about. It's the build up to it and things like that. I mean, I love that. I love the build up to it, and I do enjoy during the games. But like Jimmy actually put it right there. What I was trying to say, he didn't actually remember anything during the game. It's all singing and dancing and that. But the build up to it all week. And what Oak said the other night there, Paul, he's absolutely bang on. 2 massive teams in Scotland. We should build this up to make it a frenzy, whereas but folk are just trying to talk about folk getting sent off and things like that. So do you enjoy the actual build up to it, Pool, or do you actually prefer the game? How do you feel about
that? Same as you. I love the build up. See the build up. I've started 3 o'clock, finish the day, man. It starts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you walk out of work today at 3 o'clock, right, here we go. And it's brilliant. But you know what? Even down here in England, you get folk talking about guard honours and all that bollocks. See, guard honours, fucking rap that. You know what I mean? This is about us. This is about us playing the fucking puddle drinkers. Guard honours, get that the fuck. You know what I mean?
Language now, please.
What about you, Blue Star? How do you feel about the build up and during the game and things like that? But when do you start to get the right butterflies? As Jimmy says, the Wednesday, the Thursday. When do it kick in for you?
The end of the last one.
Aye, that's right.
No, it's true what Jimmy says. When you're at the game, let's be honest, guys, I don't think we've ever met anybody that can turn around and say you divulge everything when you're at the game. You don't. You miss hunters there. You're that caught up, and half the time I used to see myself turn into the flipping Broomley. Not that you wanted to see them, but you were more than capable of bawling and shouting at them, same as they do at us. So you miss a lot of the games, but half the time it's because you're that charged up. How many times have we come back for them and then you want to watch it to see the bits that you've missed? We've all done it, And there's nothing better, as Jimmy says, if you can go a couple of goals up early doors, then you really are buzzing. Then the nerves kind of go away for you a wee bit, but it's usually a right tense atmosphere. It's a tense game, and it's all about the bragging rights afterwards. It's about getting the 3 points. And I've got to be honest, guys, I'm a bit like Jimmy tonight. I'm looking forward to a good 2 or 3 goals. I want to see us really getting in about them and putting the ball in the net. That's what I want.
The last one, Blue Star, was the one for me. I mean, when you actually think about how we actually came back into that game with the 10 men, and I think we deserved the win, mate. I really do. I mean, even a draw, I think we deserved the win that day. I really thought we were really good. And if we can go into that game the same way as we finished the Morns game, if we finished the last game, I'll be really up for it, Jimmy. Can we get other folk to phone in, Jimmy? You got the number there for people phone up if they want to phone up and join us?
Yeah, George, the number is 0141 356 1972.
And if they phone up in Skype, how is it to do that, Jimmy?
Well, if you go into Skype there, you'll get us in RangersRadio.online, and the good man Fox, with his good assistant, Old School Blue, will bring you in. What I would like to see is some nice female lady callers would call in, let us know how they feel about the upcoming game. How does it affect them watching the game, their hobbies, or their other better half, as we'll call them, going to the game, and do they like the atmosphere and the build-up? So it'd be nice to see maybe Mrs. Page or somebody. I know there's other ladies out there who are in the lobby, so why don't you call in? Let us know how you're feeling about the upcoming Old Firm game.
Aye, that's what I'm saying, Jimmy. Like my Lisa, she doesn't. If she'll put it on to see the score and things like that during the game. Yeah, in the other game she doesn't really bother, but she's wondering how I'm going to come home. I'm coming home. Be good. What I good for dinner, or no? What I good for dinner, or something like that. I think we've got Tracy in the call as well. Is Tracy, you there, hen?
Hi there. Hi, it's Tracy. How you doing?
Hiya,
I'm
Tracy.
on for a couple of minutes, by the way, because I'm having a date night with my hubby, watching a film.
Oh, promise.
How quick was that, Tracy? There's Jimmy just called out for a female caller, and you're right on the phone to help us. You're absolutely fantastic. But to be honest, Tracy, it should maybe have been your man that phones up and gives us the other side, because you're the one that goes to the games, and you're the opposite for that, Tracy. Can I just say as well, Tracy, whilst you're on the phone, Tracy, there's a few tickets came available today. Tracy ran all of Glasgow out to Ibrox, got the boys tickets and sorted them all out. There's 5 guys who only got the game, now got the game. That's down to Tracy. So on behalf of Rangers Radio, we can all thank Tracy, Jimmy. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe I got them.
And
honestly,
go,
quite thanks for myself.
Like this. For that one.
Hit it.
Well done, Tracy.
Smarter than the average bear.
I've just got to say, I thought I was actually turning my husband today when we were driving into Ibrox.
Turning him?
I turned him to watch the football, because he's driving, right? I'm on the phone trying to get him to the ticket office. I've got my dad's season ticket number, but then when the game out because he'd already had his ticket. So I had to get all these postcodes. So I used my number and everybody else's number, and I managed to get them. But as we were coming into Ibrox, Gordon started singing a bigotry song, and I thought, oh my God, he must have been listening to me. And I thought, do you want a ticket? And he says, no, I'm not going. I says, right, okay. So maybe next year. But anyway, I'm so glad I got them from the guys, do you know what I mean? Just what I felt
done,
the
Tracy.
days. Help out fellow Bears. That's it, do you know what I mean? And I'm so glad. I'll be toasting beans till Sunday because I've no money left. Had to put them on my debit card, so I've no money left till Sunday, you know what I mean?
That's absolutely brilliant, Tracy. Well
Yeah.
done. How do you feel about the build-up, Tracy? Do you get nervous?
I wasn't, Joe. I came out to Gordon. I came out, ended up, I had to run into the ticket office, then I had to come back out and get my phone. I had to phone Skipper because he gave me his postcode. I used my own number. I used, Jai C gave me a couple of numbers. Couldn't get Butterbean because he never answered me back, trying to get his postcode. And then I was like, right, and she's like, listen, I'm not supposed to give you these because obviously, she says, but I'll give them. I says, right, I'll give you a box of chocolates. Anyway, got the tickets, came out, and I says to Gordon, I've got the golden tickets, I've got the golden tickets. And he turned around and says, Tracy, you're a FUD. I pod.
You know what, Tracy? Make sure you don't lose them.
No, do you know what? They're actually sitting on my my sideboard with my dad's season ticket because I took that and on. If I killed the season, if I lost the season ticket, he'd absolutely kill me. So I'm looking forward to seeing you after the game at the Loudon.
Yeah.
But I phoned in Monday night. I've had a few drinks. I've had a horrible sorry for swearing, but a horrible 2 weeks. And I'm phoned in London and I'm having a drink and I'm going to just chill out.
Quite right, Hen. Quite right.
Aye, and we'll all be going and we'll be celebrating.
Yes, we will
Deserve
be.
it after what you've done the last couple of weeks, Tracy, and after you've done the day. And, a big thanks to your man as well for not just for putting up with you, Tracy, but for also running out.
Aye, he puts up with me. His George puts up with me. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, well done.
He's got a hard life for me, I'll tell you.
Nice
It's hard when you, support it's hard when you your partner doesn't have an interest in things you like. Do you know what I mean? You know, when he doesn't like football on a day, and my son doesn't like football, so it's hard to say, look, I'm going to football and I'm going for a drink.
Are you confident for Sunday, Tracy? Are you confident?
Oh, aye, definitely. Totally. I put them down for 3-1. I don't know why, but I just said 3-1. But I can't wait to sing Joy Division song, Kent Will Tear You Apart Again, to Bruni.
Good choice.
Good shout.
Yeah, definitely.
Aye, absolutely brilliant. Aye, we're all
I so up for it. But listen, guys, I'm going to go because I'm watching a film with my husband tonight. I'm going to have Monday, finish off my wine, have a couple of gins, sober tomorrow, and then Sunday on it to celebrate.
You enjoy yourself, Hen.
Tracy, doll, I'll see you Sunday, darling.
Aye, Jimmy, I'll see you on Sunday. All right, take care, mate, Jimmy, right?
Okay, darling.
Right, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tracy.
Bye.
Bye, Tracy.
That's how easy it is, Jimmy. That's how easy it is. Maybe
Yeah.
a couple of women callers that maybe didn't go to the games can maybe actually phone up and, like you say, maybe give them
Aye.
guidance.
Well, as you said, maybe even some men callers whose women go to the games like Tracy. What does it mean to you? You know, so there's Tracy. What she done today, for what I've been reading and listening to her and what you guys have been saying, absolutely wonderful, and she deserves all the plaudits. You know, there's especially people who go to see the Rangers every week and are desperate to get a ticket. And she went above and beyond to get them, and well done, Tracy. Anybody that meets Tracy, she leaves a great impression on you, and I'm not just saying that. She does. She's a wonderful girl, so we've a lot of time for her, and anybody that does meet her in the future, I'm sure she'll leave that same impression on you as well. But well done, Tracy. You're a diamond.
I think we'll be enjoying it with Stardug as well. Are you there, Stardug?
How you doing, buddy? You alright? Is
How
everybody
you
geared
doing?
up for the game on Sunday, I hear? You're all geared up, I hear?
Oh,
Right,
definitely.
Stardog.
First of all, mate, like to say, man, proud of Tracy for what I've been hearing for what she's done for the troops for Sunday, mate. That's superb, but I don't expect any less for a fellow bear, mate. That's the kind of things we do to help each other out, innit? Big
Yeah,
games
it is.
last is opportunity and that, so superb to hear her doing that, mate. That's brilliant for you, whoever's gone to the game. That's superb. I'd like to start by saying, mate, I can't wait for listening to it in Sunday. I always like the build up, mate. But see when the whistle goes, I'm crapping myself for the first 10 minutes, mate, because I need to get a feel for the game. But I think the first 10 minutes always tells you who's kind of up for it more. I know it's a long game and things can happen and that, but the first 10 minutes, mate, I'm always crapping myself in the game. But the build up and that, love it. First 10 minutes, not so good.
Are you confident about Sunday, Stardug? Are you actually confident about the game? Do you think we can take a result here?
I said 3-1 last night, George, mate. I think we'll win 3-1 definitely, aye.
Everybody seems to be really confident. Jimmy, everybody seems to be right up for the game and things like that. I hope your confidence can get took out of the dressing room and on the park on Sunday, Jimmy, because that's what we're going to actually need, isn't it?
I'd hope so. You know, we'll get. Now, I know we spoke last night and we talked about the second half of the last game there, but you know, we're carrying a good momentum now. So we take that into the game on Sunday, and look, this doesn't matter what team they put out. I heard a lot of rubbish about what kind of team they're going to put out. Just let's worry about the Rangers 11. The Queen's 11's going out there on Sunday, and I'm not overconfident, George. I'm not coming in. No, I just think I just think that we're playing decent football, a good system we're playing now. I know Fred's probably will be in the bench, I would think, and I know we're playing a system that suits. The gaffer said that, and I think we're more than capable of taking 2 or 3 off them on Sunday, because Blue Star and Stardug said as well themselves, they're not any great team. We just fell at the final hurdle in many games that they would drop silly points. So battle fever's on. It's 40 ounce on Friday. Get yourself on the phone. Come in here. Talk to the guys in Rangers Radio, and let's have a good laugh and talk about the Rangers.
Guys, Jimmy, do you think the momentum's came for the second half at Parkhead? I know we get beat, but the way we played with 10 men, do you think that's where the momentum's came from?
That was a fighting performance, Stardug. You're right, and that's maybe carried them that.
That was the me, mate. That was the me. That was somebody else. Somebody else said that was
I pushed through, Jim, because we've been joined with Travel Rug, and he's been sitting in the corner there for a wee while. How are you doing, Travel Rug? You there, pal?
Aye, I am here. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
All right, Travel.
Sunday?
Never confident before these games, George. I'm sorry I can't jump on the bandwagon. We think we're going to take 2 or 3 past them, because I'll just happily take 1-0. But and I know everybody's on buzzing, but that we've got a bit of momentum and all that. I can't get past the way we threw it away at the last game against them. Some of these players still need to prove to me that they can be trusted. There's still some of them there that they've yet to prove on the big games that they can turn it on.
You've got a point, Travel. You only need to look at the Hibs game. We did have momentum. Let's be honest, guys. We played 4 games and we played decent football. But going to that Hibs game there, let's be truthful here. We didn't play well at all. So I want to see our team. I want to see all our 11 players. They're playing in front of 52,000 Bears. You don't often get that in a lifetime, as every football player will tell you. They know they're going in front of their whole grun, all blue, red and white. We want to see a performance for our team on Sunday, and we want to have a bit of luck scoring a few goals against them.
Have we gone with the same team, Jink boys? Same team, boys?
I think it'll be more or less the same. Aye.
I hear my name.
See on that, mate, I've seen us play worse. I've seen us play better this year in drop points. See, when you're going on about the draws and that earlier on in the season, JFK, would you agree that in the games we've had 60-70% of the possession, mate? And I've seen us play a lot better than that had game, Ken, and still that point. So winning's a good sign for me, mate. Even if we didn't play the best, but I do agree that performance will only win us an all fun game, mate.
No,
I've seen us play drop points, mate. I've seen us play better in drop points.
There's some of the games this season were played really well in drop points, and a lot of the games that have drop points we've been very, very poor, but we're seeing that. We keep harping a bit.
There's no one team, mate, that's outplayed us this year. I wouldn't say. Would everybody agree in that? Aye.
Yep.
I've made a fair point there. I would say you're 100% right there. There's no end that's actually played us off the park for the 90 minutes.
We've let ourselves do, mate.
You don't need to play us off the park. You don't need to play us off the park. Aberdeen's proved it. Kilmarnock's proved it. Sometimes we're our own worst enemy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The thing is, Travel, I think what you're saying there, you're probably right. I don't think we've actually been played off the park with anybody. I think it's been a rain downfall a few of the times it's let us down, Travel. So you're right when you're saying we shouldn't be overconfident for Sunday. But I think
George, that Hibs game, I know we're talking there, but the Hibs game, we were in the same position that we have been against them several times this year. All it takes for them to go to the park in the last 5 minutes, and that's even got a point, and that's your game ruined again, isn't it?
Guys, see these odds jumping in and tapping one another. right, if we can just all make a point and then somebody else come in, because we're kind of, I heard my name getting shouted and I heard somebody else say something. No, so we can maybe try and we can all, and we'll all get our point of view here, and we can run it that, if you don't mind, thanks.
See if somebody could take it round the panel, mate, and everybody gets their name shouted out. That'd be easier rather than everybody just trying to jump in.
I'll go to Paul and ask Paul what he thinks about this, because he's sat there for a while. Paul, what do you think? Has it been outright downfall, or has it been teams playing us off the park? Because I personally don't think we've been playing off the park with anybody this season, to be honest.
No, we've no, George. And you know what? It's the same Sunday, right? They've won the exact same amount of games as us. So it's the draws. It's the draws that's killed us this season. It's the silly points in the draws that's killed us. If we beat them on Sunday, they've won the exact same amount of games as us this season, and it'll be the draws that's going to kill us.
Aye, that's what I think as well. I think we've let ourselves down a few of the times with poor performances, Livingston, and I think just a few games we've actually let ourselves down. What do you think, Blue Star? How do you feel about that? Are you the same?
I would concur with what the guys are saying. I'd also say that a lot of the games, especially the Hibs games, a lot of the times, the first halves, we did totally play them off the park. And what would happen was they come into the game a wee bit in the second half, and as Thingby says there, they go up the park and they score against us. And the same thing, let's be truthful here, the same thing could have happened there on Sunday. Thankfully it didn't. But a lot of the games in first halves or second halves, what have we done? We've played the opposing team off the park, but we've created chances, but we've not been able to put the ball in the net. So let's hope Sunday's game, if we are playing well, that for once we can take our chances. How many games have we all watched this season where we've created stacks of chances, and we've been lucky if we've scored one, maybe 2 goals? So it's about time we started taking our chances, especially in the important games, because we all know a lot of the bigger games this season we've had draws when we should have had wins and it didn't materialise. So here's hoping if we put on a performance that we do take our chances for once.
What do you think? What do you think is the most important? I mean, I think if we turn up the way we played recently, I think we win the game. But you're right in what you're saying. There's other games, Aberdeen and Hibs and that. If we play like that, they could take a couple of goals off us. But what do you actually think is the most important part of the game for us? Up front or midfield, where do we got to have to win the battle to get this?
It's the middle of the park.
Middle of the
park. We need to stop letting that Scott Brown roam about thinking he's doing something, thinking he's something that he's not. We need to get right in about them in the middle of the park. We need to control. See if we control the middle of the park, we'll win that game, no bother.
Yeah. So who's the most important player for us then, Jimmy, do you think, in this game? What one of your players is going to have to stand up and take control of this game, do you think, Jimmy?
Steve Davis. I don't think we can put out one player. I mean, I think the midfield's got to command it, and I think up front we need to make sure that Jermaine Defoe, if that's going to be him, which I think it will be, he's got to get the service. You've got to remember the type of player Defoe is. He's no anywhere near the same as Fred. Fred likes to go and get the ball. Defoe doesn't, so we need to make sure we feed him the ball better. But midfield is important. If it's Kamara, Davis, and Jack in the midfield, then they need to command that. Look, they're going to be bullied in there, and they need to make sure that they aren't bullied. So I've no fear in the back four. I said last night, with Big Ford in goal, he shouldn't have any worries. This is the best back four that he's played behind, so I've no any concern about the back four.
I'll take that question around the panel. I'll go to Stardog and then I'll go to Travelog after that. What do you think? Is there a part of your team that's most important? Is there a certain player that's most important for us, Stardog?
I'm going to agree with Jimmy, mate. It's about our midfield. If it's Davis, Kamara and Jack in there, they've got to make sure that they're seeing more of the ball than them. And it's about ability and all, mate, now for us, because we've got clever players in the midfield now as well. And as Jimmy was saying about Jermaine Defoe, he doesn't go and get the ball. He runs into channels and demands the ball in the channels. So it's about them to find the wee cheeky passes and things like that on Sunday. It's all got to be about possession, mate. We've got to take the game to them for the first whistle on Sunday. So I don't think our back four will see much action in the first half, but we need to be clinical and strong in the midfield, mate. So that's all we need to be, and I'm very, very confident we'll get the result that we fully deserve at the end up, mate. But I agree with JFK. It's all about the midfield, mate.
Can I come in there a minute, George?
On you go, Star.
I would agree with you. See, for me, with the midfield, for me, we don't have a dominating guy that controls the game. Not one. What I would say is, as Jimmy and Stardog says there, if we're playing the three in the middle, the three of them have got to play as a unit. They've all got to be on their game, as Stardog said there, because we don't have an out and out. For me, we don't have an out and out dominating midfielder that totally controls a game yet, because I think that's what Stevie G will be trying to bring in. So for me, like you're all saying, if it's three in the middle of the park, they three have all got to be on their game and they've got to play as a unit. And if we do that, there's no doubt about it. I can see us winning the game handsomely. But they've all got to be on their game. No two of them, all three of them.
Travel, what about you? Who's most important for us in this game? Is it the midfield? But who's the most important player, you think, for us on Sunday, Travel?
George, can I just change it a wee bit and say discipline's the most important bit for us? Because it was discipline
that's a great point, Travel. Aye, that's a great point.
That was what cost us the last game when Fred gets sent off early doors. I think we all realised that it was going to be a real struggle, and we put ourselves in a position. And then again, a different kind of discipline. It was poor discipline and poor attention for the fullback that then gave them the winning goal. So not only is it discipline and a tackling and a control in your behaviour sense, but actually discipline and just holding your position, being clever with the ball, and being secure with the ball as well. And that's where in these games that's going to be so important, because all it takes is one mistake, one slip, one poor pass, and they'll score. We can't afford to put ourselves under pressure like that. So every player, whether it be midfielders, defenders, everybody's got to be disciplined with the way that they behave on the park and the way that they behave with the ball at their feet and behave when we no go at the ball. We need to be
travel. You're spot on. We need every player on that park, every 50-50 tackle. We win it, but we need to win it the right way. Nothing daft, nothing stupid. We need to win every 50-50 tackle. We need to win every battle on that park, but we need to be smart about it.
I think that's what we done wrong the last time, by the way. I think they're a lot more clever than us, and let's be honest, Fred got sent off, but he's a 21-year-old laddie. He took the bait and things like that, so that can happen in a game. We can't afford for things like this to happen. Again, I'll go in. Does everybody think it'll be the same team as the other day? Will we change anything in the team? Stardog, do you think we'll actually change anything in the team for the? I'll go to Padgett. Go with this one. Do you actually think we'll change anything in the team, the formation, or the way we set our team up, or we just go the same way as we played the last couple of games? Yes, Stardog?
I'm here, mate. I thought you were going to pull with that one. Sorry. That's LJ. I would like to see the same team, mate. I really would. I know all Fox would like to see Morelos in there, but I think we just Travelrock just said there, it's about discipline, mate. It's about discipline also. So I don't think Jermaine Defoe can get wound up by Scott Brown. I don't think that's possible. I think he's too experienced and too clever and things like that. So I would like to see the same team starting. And as I said last night, mate, see if just Defoe gives them the runabout for 65 minutes, and then you bring Morelos on with strength and things like that to bully them. I think that's an ideal tactic for us to use, because I think we will have majority of the possession if we set out the same team, same formation as we have done. And I don't see any reason why we wouldn't, mate. I really don't.
Do you feel the same about that, Paul? You think it's the same setup and the same formation? Will we change anything to compensate their players in this game, do you think?
No, maybe a few weeks ago I might have said I would have Halliday in at left back just for that dig. He's a proper one of us to get right in. But the last 3, 4, 5 games, Flanagan's a changed player to me. The last 3, 4, 5 games. So no, I want to change the team, and I think the experience of Davis and that in the middle of the park. He's played against Brown and that before and all. He's not going to put up with Brown's shenanigans. So go with the same team. There's experience there with Arfield, Davis, Defoe up front. Defoe no lash out like your Morelos and that. The experience, they're there for the taking. They're not a good team. They're there for the taking. Discipline, hold their own, fight for everything, 50-50s, make sure we win everything. Don't dive into tackles. They're there for the taking big time, by the way.
What do you think, Blue Star? Do you think it's the same setup, same team and everything? I actually, for some reason, I don't know why I'm thinking it, Blue. I don't know why this isn't even coming out of my mind, but I've got a funny feeling that we're going to go with Defoe and Morelos. I don't know why I'm thinking that, because last week I said it'll be Defoe, no bother at all, Morelos come off the bench, and I would probably think that's. But something's just tell me the two of them are going to start up top for some reason. Blue.
I didn't think for a minute.
Take out Kent?
I don't actually know who. I don't think I would actually play him, but I just got a wee feeling that he will play Blue. I've just got a feel the two of them will start for some reason. I don't know why I'm even thinking it, but it's just a thought I'm having.
Right up until last night, I didn't think for a minute he would start with Morelos. I've got to be honest, I didn't. I thought he would go with the same 11 that he's been playing. After I think it was Ox that brought it up last night, and I've been thinking about it, and I'm saying to myself, maybe, just maybe, he might try and outfox him in the sense that just to change it a wee bit. And he's maybe saying to himself, if I do play Morelos, then I've got a better chance of getting goals, because the fact of the matter is, guys, even though we played them off the park at the last game at Ibrox, although we had a lot of the ball, we only scored one goal. And in some games that we have dominated, that has been our problem. The lack of goals getting put in the back of the net. So something you might just have hit on something, George. Something tells me you might just change it.
That's what I'm saying, Jimmy. I don't actually know, Jimmy, why I'm thinking that, because me personally, I would probably just go with the way it was. But for some wee funny reason, I've just got a funny feeling that, because I would see, to be honest, Defoe and Morelos going up against their two centre-halves, I don't think are great shapes either. I don't know why I'm thinking that, Jimmy. Do you think there'll be any changes along the lines like that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the Hibs game was the proverbial game of two halves. The first half, we were absolutely magnificent. Second half, we weren't at the races, and I can't see him changing it. I mean, why change it? The team, I know the second half was poor against the Spoon Burners, but we still won the game. Obviously, the only change will be Ford for McGregor, but Kamara for me was probably our worst player in the park, and I don't like to use the word worst. It was probably no up to scratch with the Maestrom, and that's why I brought on McCrory. I can't see him playing McCrory instead of Kamara. I'd like to see Davis, Kamara, and Jack in the midfield. Do you drop Kent for Fred? I wouldn't. I think Ryan Kent's had two fantastic games against the Puddle Drinkers the last twice. So
JFK, I don't think he will, because the last two games Kent's destroyed them. Kent's destroyed them, and he's.
I think to accommodate Fred, you're going to have to take Kent out of the equation, and I can't see the gaffer doing that. I mean, he's already put Candido on the bench, I think it's set up for, we've all said it here, Jermaine Defoe is a consummate professional. He'll know guys like Brun, Bulliam, he'll get his all, and then we'll see what happens as the game goes on, and then bring Fred on if necessary.
Plus the fact, Jimmy, Fred, as you've said a million times on this show, and I totally agree with you, Fred doesn't seem to be the type of guy that likes playing with another forward next to him.
No,
he genuinely doesn't.
He's too selfish. He's too selfish.
He is, Stardog. He definitely is.
There's nothing wrong with being selfish.
Oh, no, I know that.
No, but I think that Fox had already said, that there could be that space in there for Fred playing with Defoe. But that's something, if he remains with us, then he may learn for next season.
Correct.
But I've always said here, we're getting into five, 6 games on the bounce here, winning. And
exactly.
don't try and fix something that's no broken. I know the second half against the Spoon Burners wasn't great. We all sat there and watched it, and we came out thinking, okay, it was a 1-0 win, but that was a poor second half. But we're getting it new against the Puddle Drinkers, and don't try and fix something that's no broken. The only downside for me is I thought Kamara had a very poor game on the day, but he's still a ball winner for me in the midfield. And him with Jack and Arfield, I think will command the midfield. They need to command. They need to be brave in the midfield. They need to bully. They need to be the bullies in midfield. They can't be bullied themselves. And if we can do that, I've no fear of the back four, as I said. I don't have any fear about up front with Jermaine Defoe. But the middle three need to be strong, and they need to be the guys that take command of the game. If we do that, we'll come away with a good result, guys.
That'd be your
Jimmy, do you think he might? Sorry, boys, for cutting in there. Jimmy, do you think he might be tempted to leave Kamara out and bring McCrory in?
We spoke about that the other night, mate, and I don't think he will, because I mean, if he was going to change McCrory for Kamara, I thought he'd have done it earlier than he did. He done it in the 80th minute, so Kamara was in and out the game, second half especially. So that might, you never know, mate. That might be the one that he just throws a curveball and put McCrory in for Kamara.
I think that might be the curveball. I think it might drop Kamara out.
I trust you now. I'm going to, because Travelog's sitting in the back there, Jim, and he's disputing on a beast chance. What do you think, Travelog? Do you think there'll be any changes in the team at all? The reason I say about wee Morelos starting, because I just think it'd be good to fire. I think he maybe think there's a wee curveball there, and they'll maybe want to fire the two of them against their centre half. Do you think there'll be any changes like that?
I see where you're coming from, George, but I don't know that. I think the formula up front's been working well. I think we've been scoring decent goals, and I mean, fair enough. We only beat Hibs 1-0 there, but our centre forward did score the winning goal. So I'm not convinced that we need to change that. And I'll take it another way then, George. And everybody keeps talking about somebody playing Scott Brown. Day this with Scott Brown. Scott Brown doesn't worry me. It's McGregor and it's James Forrest that worries me. That's the two players that seem to cause us the most damage in their games. So rather than folks saying, such and such needs to take out Scott Brown, I'm more concerned about who's going to be marking or who's going to be playing against these two. So I think you mentioned it earlier on. Somebody spoke about the Flanagan had been on a decent wee run of form just now. Flanagan's maybe one of the guys that I can refer to earlier on. I think he's a bit fragile, and could I see him getting? Could I see him getting schooled after somebody like Forrest? It's one of the ones he could come out and have a right good game, but that he's a doubt for me. In as much that I think James Forrest could cause us trouble. So if he's up against Flanagan, I would prefer to let's focus on that left hand side. How are we going to manage that side? So did you play Barisic? I don't think Andy's got much confidence in. Do we play Andy Halliday? Andy Halliday in left back. I know he's had decent games against him, so that's the one area that I would be looking. If there was any changes, maybe there. But I'll get back to maybe what Gerard said, that he wasn't wanting to change the team, even against Hibs when they were calling
What about you, Phil? Do you think the back four, are you happy enough with your back four coming up against their strike force and their wingers? Are you Tab on one side, Flanagan on the other side, or two centre halves, and then the goalkeeper? Are you happy enough with that?
Aye, but I'm a wee bit like Travel and all. Flanagan's been good, like I said, good the last few. I would go with Halliday at left back. I really would. I'd go with Halliday at left back just because of who he is and what he is and what it means. And Flanagan has been good.
Flanagan's no put a fit rank, guys, the last few games. Flanagan's been playing well.
One at a time, guys. One at a time, please.
Halliday never put a foot wrong either before Flanagan came in.
See what you're saying there, Blue Star. I don't think he will change the back four. I think it'll be the same. Even if Barisic is fit, I think Flanagan will still play Blue Star. But do you think there's what he's saying there is probably right? Is there any way to get Halliday in that team? Should Halliday maybe be in the team?
The ironic thing with Halliday is, guys, it's all right saying play him at left back. He's not a left back. Halliday's a midfield player. His whole career he's played in the middle of the park, gone forward. How many games have we played him in the middle of the park to go forward? We haven't. And that's his natural position. So any other place you put him on the park, I'm not saying he lets us down, far from it. I don't have any qualms about playing him at left back. I've just got to be honest. I think Flanagan's more suited if he's up against the likes of Forrest for his pace, because that's the one thing that Halliday's no got. He's got no pace.
Halliday's left-footed. Flanagan's right-footed. Halliday's left-footed. And when we played in the 29th, Halliday was left back and Halliday.
Yeah, but where does Forrest? What does Forrest do? Forrest isn't good down your outside very often. He cuts inside all the time. Therefore, I would play Flanagan.
Can I cut across you guys? We've been joined on the phone with Ronnie. He's on the phone. How are you doing, Ronnie? You looking forward to the game on Sunday? Up for it?
I certainly am, guys. I've got to congratulate you again. Once again, a great show, guys, and it has been all week. I think we need to have a wee reality check with us guys. Well, no reality check, but we need to think. See all this season, guys, there's not been one single team. Can any of you remember any team that as good as are doing?
None of them.
You know, and I think back to the first game, the first half we were backs to the wall stuff. Second half we come out and Morelos misses a couple of sitters in the last minutes. Second game, we hammered them 1-0. Absolutely hammered them. I'd never seen an Old Firm game like that in my life, where a team dominated for so much as what we did at Ibrox, and we only won 1-0. The last game, they came out and they played no bad. They didn't hammer us in the first half. The second half, we were playing with 10 men. We totally dominate them for the full 45 minutes of the second half. I don't see football-wise, guys. I think we're getting fear to what they've done, sort of thing, in the past. Whereas we've played them after park this year.
Yeah.
You know, and football-wise, we have played them after park. You know, I think we're giving them too much respect.
That's what I was saying, Ronnie. See, the last game, we should have maybe got a draw at it, but I think if we'd won the game, nobody would have been moaning about it either. The one at Ibrox, it was a 1-0 game. But at the end, I don't think it was a 1-0 game. I think we were over the top of them. You could have took 3 or 4.
Absolutely, it was a 1-0 thrashing. You know, I've never seen it where we dominate. Where one of the Old Firm has dominated for like 75 minutes of the game. You know, and it was pot shots. We had them camped in the rain half for like 70 minutes. You know, I think it was 60 minutes or something before they had their first shot and goal.
Are you confident enough for Sunday then, Ronnie? Do you think we can do this?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a case of how much we want it, rather than what they're going to do. You know, that's how confident I am, because as far as I've looked at all the games and I've watched them numerous times now, and football-wise, I don't think we have anything to fear. It's about how we play rather than what they do, because the way I see it, when we've been beat or drew with them, it's because of what we have done rather than what they've done.
That's right. I'll go in the panel with that one, Ronnie, because you're absolutely bang on. Stardog, I'll go to you first with what you were saying there. Is it more important how we play? Because if we play, we win, no matter what they do, because we put them to the sword at Ibrox the last time they came to Ibrox, Stardog. So do you think it's more important what we do than what they do? We shouldn't be worrying about how they play. It's all about how we play on the day.
100%, mate. It's not like 1, 2, 3 years ago when we had to rely on them no showing up, mate. I believe if both teams show up, but as we said the other night, we're fairly itchy-peachy, mate, and it's a home game, and I just think we've got the best form going into this game, so I think it's all tied up to be a good game for us, mate, and I don't think it's about them at all. Not anymore. It's no anymore. It's no, mate. We're back so we are, and we've got a strong team there, so I wouldn't say it's about them at all, mate. We show up, we shouldn't have a problem getting 3 points here on Sunday.
A lot of people confident in the game, Jimmy. Is that the way you would look at it as well? Is it more about what we do rather than what they do? Because I actually think, it doesn't matter what team they play, it's all about the team we play, because I think we have got a good enough team to beat them on the day, Jimmy. But there's a couple of first halves and a couple of second halves, like that one against Hibs the other day there, that performance wouldn't win you an Old Firm game. But there's performances when you've said to yourself, the one against them, the 29th, we should have run them off the park. So it is about how we do and no about matter what they do, really, isn't it?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, you know, I mean, our back four's performing well. Middle three need to take command of the game. It's what we do in the midfield. And I agree with what Chavarog's saying there. I mean, I'm not born about Brown, but like McGregor and Forrest, we need to contain them, right? We need to make sure. I mean, I can't see anybody who would ever think about playing Barisic. I mean, Andy Halliday either at the moment, because Flanagan's done nothing wrong for me, and I was Flanagan's biggest critic on here for months. But for me, the last 5, 6 games, he's performed really well. But on the day, it's what we do, guys. You know, we want I think more than them. They think they just need to turn up, and because they're champions, obviously, you know. So fair due to them. That's up to them. But we want to win, and the players need to realise they want to win. But we've got to remember here that no, these guys are all playing for their place in the squad next season. No, there's 4 or 5 of them there who might not be here next season. We don't know what's going to happen. So for me, they need to want it, and they need to perform to the best of their ability. And the vibes that I get is that we do want it more. So it doesn't matter what they do. It's what we do on the day. And if we can perform to the best of our ability, because some of the football players that we've got in our team are fantastic football players, but for some reason we fell short.
That's it, Jimmy. You're bang on. Blue Star,
George, here's a right ironic stat. I've said all season I'd like to have seen more goals for our midfield, right? The ironic thing is against them, it's our midfielders that have scored goals. None of our 2 forwards, and I would say both our 2 forwards are on form now, but none of the 2 of them have scored goals against them. I want to see whoever we've got playing up front scoring against them. And that includes Arfield as well.
That's a good point, actually, by the way. What Jimmy was saying the other now, Blue Star, about the... just went out of my head there because you actually mentioned that. What he said, what did you just say there, Jimmy? Sorry.
Well, we need to make sure that they perform on the day, because the back four of
them. Wanting them more, sorry, that's what I was going to say.
We want it more than them, and that should show in their play.
Well, that's back to my...
Blue Star, do you actually believe that we've got enough? Because see, last season we never had that. I think we're at the point now where I think we've actually got more guys in our team that actually want to win and don't want to lose against them, whereas last season we never had that. Do you think Jimmy's right in me saying that?
Without a shadow of a doubt, George, and that's what I said when we came on the air just at the beginning. Our players are now, it's took a few of them a right few games this season to get up to speed, to get into the way of the Rangers play, to know what that shirt means, to play in front of 50,000 fans. And it's maybe took some of them longer than what we could give them time today. The fact of the matter is, a few of them are up to speed now. They know the score with our manager. He's laid down the law and says, look, if you don't produce, quite frankly, I can't have you here. I've got to bring other guys in. And they all know that now. They're playing in front of 50,000 fans on Sunday. The Bear Pit, as it's called, because it's all our fans that's in it, bar a couple of them. And if they can't produce it in these big games, then let's be honest and let's be frank about it. They're no use being in the team. So we want to see a performance. They've got to be brave, as Jimmy says. They've got to go out there, as Stardog says. The middle of the park's where the game's usually won and lost. The 3 guys in the middle of the park have got to contain them and they've got to push on. And we're forwards. I want to see whoever we've got playing up front, whether it's Defoe, Morelos, Kent, I want to see them putting the ball in the net. Because, as I said, for the start of the season, I was critical of whoever we had in the middle of the park. We weren't getting enough goals from midfield. The ironic thing is, against them, it's where midfielders that scored. But we've not scored many goals. We haven't. We've been scoring the odd 1 or 2 against them. I want to see what forwards getting in the act.
You're bang on there. What do you think, Trevor? Do you think we've got enough boys in our team now that believe we can beat them? Because I don't think we did last season. Do you think we've got enough guys here that think, I'm better than them, we can do this? That actually believe in themselves and they've got confidence now?
I do. I think it's I like having players like Scott Arfield, Ryan Jack. I like having these kind of players in there. You know that they go out there and for me they understand what that game's all about and they understand how important it is. No, to the supporters, to the club. So it's good to have players like that. But I don't know. There's maybe still some players that. Is there still some of them there that just don't fully get it? I'm completely wrong, but Goldson, do we think Goldson's fully up for these games? When I think about my centre halves in these games, I think about the Richard Goffs, the Davy Weirs. They were solid, dominating, completely in control when we were playing against them. I don't yet have that feeling with somebody like Connor Goldson. Maybe Katic will be that guy tomorrow, but I just think about big commanding centre halves that you never have it. Big Lorenzo, against them, you felt as if Big Amaruso was never going to let you down. He was going to win every header. He was going to go through players, you know.
Brilliant.
Unfortunately, in the last few years, it's been their centre halves that's been doing that. So maybe I'm happy with the Arfields and the Ryan Jacks and even Ryan Kent, where he's terrorised them and it's been great. But it's maybe I just want to see a wee bit more for some of the defenders.
Can I come in there, George, please?
Can I just one
you go, pal.
thing? Everybody's saying, and I know it's maybe a bit of a cliche, the game's won and lost in the middle of the park. Let's be clear, we lost the last game and it wasn't in the middle of the park that lost us the last game. Our centre forward gets sent off after 25 minutes, our full back and our centre half made a right hobbit for their second goal. So that wasn't a midfield issue. That was defence and attack letting us down, losing us the game. So I know I understand where you're coming from about the midfield being strong and needing to have that, but it's all over the park. We need every player to be 8 out of 10. We can't have a 5 or 6 playing centre half or right back.
Yeah.
Every player needs to be 8 out of 10. Don't just focus on Scott Brown and winning that battle. Focus on winning every single battle.
You're right there. What have you got to say there, Jimmy? Sorry.
I can agree with Travel Rugg saying to a point that, but I mean, I think maybe you're doing Connor Goldson a bit of an injustice there. You've got to remember, Connor Goldson, this is his first full season after his heart operation. You know, he'd be smartens a game here and there, but when he came to Rangers, this is his first full season for me.
Right, Jimmy.
Come next, I think.
I'll use Lorenzo as an example. Do we all remember Big Amaruso's first Old Firm game? He was outstanding, and he just came back for a year out for injury. Remember that? He signed for his injured, and his first game he came on as a sub. He was brilliant.
I know.
That's what I'm saying, Jimmy.
I know.
I just want to see.
I know.
In there.
I know what you're saying, but what there's a big difference between having an injury, whatever injury that Amaruso was out with, but the man just had open heart surgery, right? And I defy anybody who can come back and perform good in their working life, never mind coming back and playing full-time fit by the way he's trying to do. And I think come next season we will see the best of Connor Goldson. I can understand, mate, what you're saying about Big Amo. I love Big Amo, and I know he was out for a year, but I don't think they can put a comparison about the injury that he had to what that Connor Goldson's had. For somebody who's had open heart surgery to now become... but that's what I'm saying.
You can't use that, isn't it, Jimmy?
No, what I'm saying is that
he's not dominated a game, Jimmy. That's all I'm saying. I just want I want leaders there. I want people that go and send a message.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. That's what I'm saying to you. I totally agree with what you're saying. You know, but I think at the same time we're doing a bit of injustice to him, because I think come next season, and I said the other night there and weeks going back, I'm excited about next season, and I think Big Connor Goldson will become I'm the same as yourself. I love Big Goffey battering that ball out for the penalty box at Manchester, even the halfway line. I want to see Connor Goldson doing that, and he's starting to do a bit of that. Katic, I think, do that as well.
Can I just say, guys, see when you're on there talking, can you go on mute, because there's a bit of background noise. I don't know who it was coming for there. And we've also been joined with Blue Shadow. How are you doing tonight, Blue?
Yeah, Blue.
All right, boys, how we going? I'm interested, just going about Connor Goldson there. Jimmy's right, the guy was out, he has had some major heart problems, he's had them dealt with, and in the 2 previous seasons to this season, I think he played no more than 8 games per season, and I don't know how many games he's played this year, but it's an awful lot more than 8 games, and I think it's partly down to the fact that the squad doesn't have the depth required, that Goldson has had to play too many games this season for his first full season back for me, and it's starting to show in the laddie now. But, you know, I think he's played a couple of times when he's not been fit and stuff like that, so not fully fit anyway. So I think Jimmy's right, we'll see more out of him next season, but hopefully we will have another quality centre back in over the summer that will allow the guy to take time off now and again, like any player does, especially when we're playing European matches as well.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't. I'm no way easier, guys. I'm used to seeing centre halves playing every game all season long. Terry Butcher played all season, broke his leg. Fair enough, that's different. Goff, yeah, I'm no a great fan of this rotating players. If somebody's playing and playing well, you keep playing them and you keep playing them. These are, I know they're athletes, not the rest of it, but come on, we don't just make excuses for guys. It's 50 games a season, fine. That's their job. Go out there and do it. And my point on it is, see when we're talking about Lorenzo Amoruso, he was up against your Henrik Larssons and your Chris Sutton, who are far better players than what they've got to know, Edward and Timothy Weah and all that. Am I confident that Edward's not going to go out and score against us on Sunday? No, I'm no. If it was Goff or Amoruso or Butcher that was up in the centre defence, I'd think they're going to stall that against Edward. That's all I'm saying, guys. I just want to see our defence going out and having a complete domination, and we've not seen that for them. And fair enough, I know you're saying it's been a long season for Connor Goldson, but we've played them earlier on in the season when it was only 8 games in or 10 games in, and we've not seen that. I just want to see something that I know what you're saying about destroying them. I want to see that, and we've not seen it for these boys yet, unfortunately.
There's somebody in the background tuning on their mic, whoever it is. Can you move away from your mic?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is. It's
somebody's eating food, I think.
That's Bridgeman, probably. What do you think? I mean, I don't think it's very fair to put him alongside the likes of Amoruso and Richard Goff and that. I mean, Scottish football is a different place altogether. And I'm not saying that big Connor Goldson's no good, because he is a good centre-half, but Amoruso and Richard Goff and things like that, I mean, they were on another level. I think big Goldson's done well to come back from that injury. Like Jimmy was saying, he's absolutely...
Can I come in there, guys? We've got to remember that Goff and Amoruso were at their peak when we got them.
That's right.
You know, Goldson's only a boy. You know, we all due respect to him. He's only, what, 22, 23?
Yeah.
You know, he's only a boy. He's not even halfway there to being a centre half yet.
He's not. He's much older than 22 or 23. He's mid to late 20s. I think he's 26 or 27.
I don't think he's anywhere near late 20s. I think he maybe mid at best. You know, he's only a boy compared to what they guys when we
26.
got them.
26.
Well, 26, only a boy as far as a centre half's concerned. A centre half's gone to his 35.
I know we're going on to a tune in a minute. I just think it's unfair. Maybe we can have this conversation after the tune, but I just think it's a bit unfair, guys, to compare him with Amoruso and Big Goffey. You know, we've got to I mean, if any of you guys, and me personally, I've had a bit of heart operation done, and I know that at the time it took me, I know I'm not an athlete, but this guy's had, if you saw his documentary, but they done about how they opened him up and had to fix him, and he didn't ever think he would ever live, never mind come back and play football. So I think we've got to give the guy praise for what he's achieved for us this season, and I'm looking forward to next season. You know, so but Blue Shadows hit it right in the head for me. He maybe could have been rested at part of the season, but we didn't have MDL, so
absolutely. I think absolutely. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I think this season's been more for Goldson, is it getting over the psychological barrier?
Yeah.
You know, as you say, you know, previous seasons he's only played a couple of games and his rehab, but I think this season he's had to get over the mental issue, having that operation and getting by that and thinking to himself, I know I can do it now, rather than worrying about, if I try too hard here, what's going to happen to me?
Yeah.
You know,
but guys,
and I think next season, as the boys are saying there, I think next season we will see him come right on. You know.
Right, guys, we've got to continue. We can continue this after the tune. But what you were saying, you've all got a good point. I mean, I think we were maybe let down a wee bit with Big Macaulay being injured. I think we expected him to play a few more games and things like that. And Katic obviously was injured. So if we can go back to the start of the season, how they played together, we'll do no bad on Sunday. But if Old School's ready with the tune, we'll take the tune and we'll continue this after the break, boys.
show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. Won't you come and cheer us, help the boys along, white and blue, coming through with a song. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay. We'll be there to do it, Rangers. Do it if we can, Rangers. Win the cup, hold it up in our hand. Oh, Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. Football is the game that we play all over the world. Rangers, Rangers, easy, okay. Look out, everyone, we're on our way. We can show the world how to play, for we are Rangers, okay.
Still here. Everybody still here? Yep.
I'm still here.
Good one.
That's some tune, Jenny. I love that tune.
Oh, definitely.
The wee Bears and that started singing it quite a lot at Ibrox recently. That's a great tune.
Great foot dump tapping that one.
I can just see Bridgeman the new with that one. He'll still be singing. What a tune that is. But see, we can keep going a bit with the centre halves and that. But does anybody? I'll go to you, Blue Star, with this one. Does anybody think? Does anybody any worries about the goalkeeper? Big Ford, are you happy enough with him in goals? I assume it's going to be him. It's going to be in goals. Blue Star.
More than happy. Big Ford never really done anything wrong. Just that when McGregor came in, McGregor was obviously the number one, but Big Ford, no qualms about him being in goals whatsoever. In fact, perfectly happy in the sense that he's a great substitute, because we all know Ford's kept us in many a game whenever he was playing as well. So, no qualms about him.
Good goalkeeper. I like to see boys with Gallus.
What do you think, Jimmy? Do you think he's got these last couple of games will be the last couple of games he'll play for us? Because goalkeepers want to play all the time, and with McGregor being there, I can't see him getting many more games. Do you think he'll be away at the end of the season?
No, I don't think he will be. I think you'll maybe get another season, maybe two at the very most out of Alan McGregor. So he might bide his time and see if he can become Rangers number one, unless there's another goalkeeper out there. The only goalkeeper I would take at Ibrox would be for the Sheep. I think the big guy Joe Lewis is a cracking goalkeeper. Fotheringham for me was always a bit of liability. I just think sometimes he flattered to deceive at times. That he's playing behind a back four that he's never played behind before, and it's the best back four he's ever played behind. So I don't have any problems that way. His concentration for me, I just think, is a bit lax, but I think that might be somebody's got the show in somewhere. I can hear myself talking twice here. So on that aspect, I think he will still be here next season. I think McGregor's maybe get one, maybe 2 seasons. Does maybe Fodringham think I could stick around as number 2 and become number 1, or does Steven Gerrard see that isn't going to happen? So I don't know, but I'm confident he'll do a job tomorrow. I'm confident Sunday.
Eventually, goalkeepers, they want to be number 1, Jimmy Kay. I mean, so nothing about forever. What do you think, Stardog? Are you confident enough with Big Ford and goals? I'm personally, I think he's done well for us, to be honest, the big guy. How do you think he'll do in the big game? Because he's not played many games for us in this season, and he's got to go right into this one. I think he's played 3 games.
Come back to me in 5 minutes or something, mate. I've got Wayne's in that running about the I'll be 5 minutes and I'll be back in, mate, right?
George, what I would say to Jimmy there is, I don't see him staying another season unless he was going to get guaranteed game time, and he's not going to get that unless something happens with McGregor. Because if you remember right, about just after the European campaign, Ford was out publicly saying that he wanted games and he wasn't getting games. So unless he was kind of more or less told that he was going to get games, I think the big guy wants first team football.
But we did need another goalkeeper. We did.
Oh, definitely, Jimmy. We did.
No disrespect to Alan McGregor. I mean, he's coming to the end of his career, and I don't want to see a 40-year-old goalkeeper playing for Rangers in Europe and in a Premiership. So the gaffer's got to do something. Is Fordingham the answer? I don't think he is, but he might think he's still got a chance of staying as the number one, or becoming the number one again. I don't know if that's going to happen for him, but the gaffer really, he might go out and buy a goalkeeper in the summer. What
do you think, Paul? Do you think you're confident enough with Big Ford and goals on Sunday? Is Paul still there, is he? I'll go you then, Travel Rug. What do you think? Are you confident enough with Big Wes and goals on Sunday for us? Are you still there, Jimmy?
Are you getting me there, George?
There's something out.
Is that you, Travel?
I am still here. Can you hear me, George? Aye.
Very faintly, mate.
There, Travel.
Hello, George. Hello.
No, I can't really make him out, Jimmy. I can't make him saying, Jimmy. Can you? No.
I can just hear Travel in the background. I can't hear it. He seems to be far away, and I know he's not that far away.
I'm back now, George. I'm back in now, mate. Stardog.
Alright, when you go then, Stardog?
I tell you what, is he trying to get peace in that? Aye, Fordham starting goals on Sunday, mate. That was bedlam in there. I had to come out to the hut there, mate. Too many Waynes running about in there for my liking.
Guys, why was Ford given an automatic 3-game ban? Is that because it was? I thought if it was an automatic red card, it was only 2.
Who's that?
It's because he's already
McGregor,
mate.
Because he's already had.
Is there the points thing or something? Aye. Right. See.
So you're confident enough with him and goal, Stardog? You think he'll go right on Sunday, the big man?
Aye, definitely, mate. I mean, back to Old Firm games last year and that, George. I mean, he put out some good saves in the Old Firm games again by things like that. He's a steady enough goalkeeper. He's just no McGregor, but I hope the ball doesn't get near that end on Sunday, mate, to be honest with you.
Marsden Bears guys put in the lobby. I'd be confident with Big McCrory and go, we're going to hammer these papes on Sunday.
I think the back...
We do need to be careful. We do need to be careful, Jimmy, that we're no overconfident. That's really
definitely. I can understand what you're saying, George. I'm going with the way I see the team playing now, and I keep saying, take the second half against the Spoonburners out the equation. We've been playing some great football and scoring some good goals, you know. So we've been saying it all season, and we can keep saying it till we're blue in the face, no pun intended. But we threw the league away ourselves here. Right, the puddle drinkers aren't the team that everybody's trying to make them out to be. You know, we have got a cracking team, but we just didn't perform on the day when we should have. Too many silly results, draws, defeats that should never have happened, and that's thrown it away for us. So let's enjoy Sunday. Let's go out and beat the puddle drinkers, but not just beat them well. We've got the team there to do it. So even with Big Ford and goals, I said Big Ford's playing behind the best back four he's ever played for in his career. So I'm confident that he might not even get a touch of the ball. And the midfield will perform well. And Jermaine will go up there and bang a couple in. And maybe Fred will score a hat-trick.
Sorry, guys. Here's one for you. We played with 10 men for the whole of the second half in that last game at the Piggery, right? Now, the most intimidating atmosphere any of our players can get is out there. Now, if we can play them off the park with 10 men on their own midden, then surely to goodness we can reproduce that with 11 men in front of our own fans. And let's not kid ourselves on here, guys. That's the facts. We played them off the park the whole of that second half. Yes, Taff made one mistake and it cost us. It cost us dearly.
Foxy,
but we should have won that game.
Fox, we've done that all season, mate. We've done that the second half of the first game at Parkhead. Ibrox, we totally dominated them for 70 minutes. And then the second half with 10 men, the second half at Parkhead in the third game.
Exactly.
That is the very point I was making when I first came on. Football-wise, we've dominated them. They beat us with breaking away 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. Well,
can I cut all these guys? We've been joined with another caller. I think it's Ian on the phone. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you doing, mate? What's your thoughts? What's your story? How are you doing?
Not too bad. Just in from work, having a couple of beers. Thought I'd phone in. I've got no problem with Foderingham in the goal on Sunday. He's a good keeper. I just think that when McGregor came in at the start of the year, it's a no-brainer. You can't leave him out of the team. He just settles that defence right down. Whereas Foderingham, I know he makes a couple of silly mistakes, but
I can hear what you're accent. You're not the government, mate. What's your story? Where are you from? How long have you been following the Rangers?
So I mean, my parents moved over here when I was about 5, so we were from Bearsden. Pretty much followed Rangers since I was young. So.
Will you be able to catch the game on Sunday?
Yeah, I'll have to get up early, right enough, but I'll be there watching.
Are you confident enough for the game? How do you think the game will go on Sunday then?
You know what, I think at Ibrox, I think we'll run them off the park like we did last game at Ibrox, and hopefully we get a couple more goals this time.
Yeah.
George, can I just say, Blue Shadow's saying in the lobby that he can't get in. He's trying to get through, I think.
Can somebody, whoever's making the noise in the background, can you...
Somebody's
playing the pots, I think.
Somebody's doing the dishes in the background there. That was a good call for the boy for Canada, Jimmy. Can we get them to all the world? What's the number if people want to phone up, Jimmy, and join in the conversation?
0141 356 1972, and you can get us on Skype at rangersradio.online, where our good man Fox and his good assistant Old School Blue will bring you in, and you can talk everything about the Rangers. So what we said before, see if there's any young ladies, women, older men even, just call in, talk everything about the Rangers. We want to hear from you.
We've been joined with somebody else on the phone there. How you doing, caller?
Hi, it's Baloo. How you doing, boys?
How you doing?
No bad, lads. Enjoying the show. It's good to be chat. I've enjoyed the shows the last 2 or 3 nights, but like the last boy, I'm just in for work, listening to the show. So, can I go back a wee bit to centre half?
When you go, mate, aye.
I'm no a big fan of the big fella, Goldson. I think his distribution's pretty bad. And I understand the argument about his health and all the rest of it, and it's great to see he's recovered and all the rest of it. But I've heard people on here criticising Morelos and all that, and saying things about, we shouldn't tolerate that sort of thing. We're not a recuperation club. I mean, I'm not being unkind to the big fella, but I think from a footballing perspective, I just think his distribution is really, really poor. I think some of his decision making is really, really poor. I can probably go back to at least 3 goals where you think, what was he thinking about when, he should at least have been able to block or impede the player that got to the ball that scored the goal. And the most significant one for me was the game against Aberdeen, the cup game. If you, honest to God, if you sit down the night and go into YouTube or something and watch that replay for that corner coming in and watch the big man, what he does the whole time, it's really surprising. It really was surprising that such a big man didn't make an effort to get the ball and yet the guy came in from behind him. And I think the boy Ferguson, I can't remember, he flattened one of our players anyway, but he still had Connor Goldson in front of him, and there was no effort made to get to the ball, and the boy just stuck the ball in the net.
You've got to hope there's none of that on Sunday. Then we've got to hope that, like we were saying there, there's no. They didn't even get near our goals on Sunday, so nobody can make any mistakes. I think.
I agree with you there, but I think what actually has happened is it's very much. I mean, I know one of the boys on here. I can't remember his name. I'm shite with him. He talks a lot about Amoruso, and he loved Amoruso and the rest of it. But to tell you one thing, Amoruso was not the centre half. He could have been until Craig Moore moved back into centre half beside him, because Craig Moore wasn't a great right back.
Good shout, mate. Aye.
He really wasn't. He was really not performing well at all. And then when Craig Moore got pushed in beside him, he actually changed them altogether. And I think that's what's happening with Katic and Goldson. Goldson has been made better simply because Katic is. I mean, he's a football player, Katic. He's good in the air, he's strong, and he's good feet and all the rest of it. And his distribution's pretty smart. So, you know, I think maybe what boys are saying is maybe next season we'll see the best of Goldson. Maybe, you know, all this incidents behind him, he's recovered well, he'll have a close season and all the rest of it, and maybe just working beside Katic the whole time, that'll improve him. So, you know, I'm willing to probably give him a bit more time on that, but I would think that if his distribution doesn't improve next season, I would be looking to get an early replacement on it.
We've been enjoying the game with Blue Shadow. What do you think, Blue Shadow? I think at the start of the season, Blue, we were their two centre halves were great in Europe and things like that, and they've maybe had a few injuries and things like that. Do you think we can actually get a good centre half pairing out of them, or do you think we've got to actually get somebody to come along and work with them as well, another centre half? He said on his thing he was looking for another couple of centre halves.
I think the main problem is going to be, for some reason, there's something about Katic that Gerrard is not keen on, whether it's his distribution or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. I like the two centre backs as a pairing together. I mean, they went, I think it was 11 matches together without conceding a goal at the start of the season, so they definitely work well together. And I think that's because you've got Big Katic, who's sort of your lead-off defender, a bit like the chap goes on about Amoruso and whatnot, where he's the one that comes out and attacks the ball, and Craig Moore worked well with Amo because he was the one that covered down behind. If he misses the ball, I'll be the one that gets it. And so you've got, you know, one sort of a lead defender plus somebody backing him up. And there's innumerable partnerships throughout football in history that have worked that way, and that for me is the one that works best. I just hope that whoever Gerrard decides to bring in, it'll work out well. Because, you know, who's he going to work with? Is he going to work with Goldson, or is it going to be with Katic? Because I don't think you can have two the same. Otherwise, you end up both of them going for the same ball.
What do you think, Paul? You happy enough with two centre halves for the rest of the season? Big Katic and Goldson. You confident enough with they two at the back on Sunday? Paul on mute, is he?
Nah,
I'll go to Stardog with that one. What do you think, Stardog? You happy enough with the two big centre halves coming up against that lot on Sunday?
100%, mate. I am happy with them for the rest of the season. I think they've been solid the past 4 or 5 games together. I think they've developed a nice wee partnership. I don't think they're the paciest two, but I definitely think Goldson's been a rock for us this year, mate. You look at the games he's played and things like that. I couldn't one on the amount of mistakes he's made, mate. He's not there to play technical balls and things like that. He's there to defend, and I don't think he's been too bad, mate. And I think he'll only get better. I mean, 50 odd games is a lot, mate. I've not played that many at all the last couple of seasons, and obviously what the guys went through and things like that. So I think definitely he'll be a stronger centre back next year. Katic is more one for the future, but I think he's been strong enough in the past few weeks, mate. So I'm happy with they two at the back. 100% happy with they two at the back, mate, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you actually heard him saying the other day that he's looking for two centre halves. I think that we actually need to improve, but I think we've had a massive improvement for last season. What do you think on that one, Ian? Do you think there's been a massive improvement? We'll still need to improve to start winning things at the centre half, or other parts, to be honest. But I think our two centre halves have done well for us this season for what they've actually got them for. What do you think, Ian?
Yeah, I mean, like Katic, since he's come back in, like, just he's solid. Like, he's made that defence solid again. Like, I wasn't against Joe Worrell or anything, but I think there was probably a bit of naivety with Gerrard signing him. I feel like there must have been something in his contract saying that he had to play so many games, and I don't think Gerrard's going to make that mistake again. But I think Goldson and Katic, I think they are a good partnership, but I wouldn't mind seeing somebody else come in there as well, just to...
We were speaking about it a wee minute ago before you came on, Ian, the starting lineup for Sunday. Will it just be the same? Do you think there's any changes? Are you happy enough with Flanagan at left back and the four up front? Do you think there'll be any changes there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got no problem with Flanagan. I was one of his critics earlier on, but the last few weeks he's been pretty solid. If you don't play Flanagan there, then I think it's got to be Halliday. Barisic has just been a bit too inconsistent. I still like him. I think he's got a great left foot on him, but I don't know. I'd probably stick with Flanagan and Defoe up front. Just let Morelos know, like, it's Rangers as a team. It's not just, you don't just walk into it, you know.
What do we do? I'll take a spin around the panel. I'll go to Blue Star and I'll take it around the panel. What do you think? Do we actually attack them on Sunday, or do we let them come on to us and then hit them on the break? How do we actually? What's the best way for us to play on Sunday, Blue Star?
100%. We've got to attack them. The way you beat Celtic is you get at their defence. That's their weak spot. We've seen it with Hibs. We've seen it. In fact, we've seen it continuously with Hibs over the last couple of seasons. They're one of the few teams that has scored a few goals against them. Oh no, we can't sit back. They've got. Let's not kid ourselves on here. They've got a few good players that can hurt us. We've got to play to our strengths, and our strength in our team is hanging on to the ball and going forward with it. So for me, no, we're playing at home in front of our own fans. We must take the ball to them, 100%.
Same question to Jimmy, and then we'll take it around the panel. What do you think, Jimmy? Do you think we attack them down the wings and have a go at them, or how do you see us doing it?
Oh, we need to have a go at them. It's been proved in the past that they're weak. You know, run at them, have a go at them, bully them in midfield, get the ball into Defoe. You know, no, don't hang back for them. No, we kind of give them too much praise. You know, they're a rubbish team. You know, and that's not being overconfident. Have a go at them, you know, and beat them easy, because they are. I just can't think of any other way to play against them, and we don't seem to be doing that. And we should do that Sunday and beat them 2-3-0, maybe even 4-0, because Forrest and McGregor are the only two decent players that they've got. Never mind what else they've got. Everybody else is all rubbish.
I like your confidence, Jimmy. I love your confidence, actually, when you're actually talking about that. I'm starting to think we can do it as well. But I like Bridgman said, I'd be happy with a 1-0 against them just to keep it going. But the way you're actually talking there, I can see us beating them. I think our midfield's stronger. And I think our two wingers are strong enough to do it as well. What do you think, Stardog? How do you go about it? Do we attack them? Do we hang after them and let them hit, and then we hit them on the break? What's the best way of doing it against them?
We need to go, mate, for the first whistle. We need to go, but we need to be brave on the ball. We can't hesitate, mate. We need to be brave on the ball. We need to be strong on the tackles, and we need to be disciplined. But we definitely need to be brave on the ball. We need to try things. We need to try and get in about them, get out of the back of the defence, try and get through the defence. Don't go one way. If it's not working out of the top, go through the middle. If it's not working through the middle, go wide. Try them everywhere, all out of the park. You can't just go into it one side and it's going to be one-dimensional, trying to get out of the top or trying to play it through channels to Defoe. We need to be getting midfielders into the box, flood the box, and just attack them, mate. Disciplined and brave. That's what we need to be.
Well said, Stardog.
Well said, Stardog. What about you, Ronnie? Have you got a good enough team to actually attack them and beat them by attacking them and try to get goals against them? Are you actually good enough to do this again with the players we've got available? Is Ronnie still there? No. What do you think, Ian? Do you think we should attack them and try and go get at them, or do you think we should let them come at us?
You know what? I think it's been proven. Our team have been doing that. They've done it against Hearts, Hibs. You run at these teams and you make them make mistakes. You'll pick the ball up like Jack and Arfield and that, and then you go and get a goal. And especially against Celtic's back four, I don't know if Boyata's fit. I can't remember if he got injured last time, but especially him. That's if I was Gerrard, target him. As soon as he gets the ball, you're running at him because that guy makes so many mistakes. And you give Defoe one chance in front of goal, he's putting that away. I think he's proven that.
How important is your midfield three, Jimmy? See your Kamara, Arfield, Jack. How important are they in the game? Is it they're the ones who's going to win the game for us?
I think so. I mean, I can't remember who said earlier on. You know, we don't need to bother about Brun, right? Because I mean, he is the bully, right? But we need to make sure we bully him. You know, we've not got a midfield that can bully. We've known that for a long time. So let's these guys command the midfield and win it, and then let's make sure that Defoe gets the service that he deserves to put the ball in the net. We can win it in midfield. That's what we've got to. Because see, if we let him and the other two dictate it, then we'll lose. Dictate the midfield. The back four, no problem. We need to dictate the midfield and bully them, and then go forward with that. So I don't have any fear for that tomorrow. The midfield for me should be strong, no matter who he picks. If he's going to drop Kamara and bring McCrory in, I don't know if that's going to happen. But for me, he's got to be of a strong midfield, and I think they should be able to perform on the day, guys.
Has Steve Davis got the capabilities to run the show in the midfield, do you think, Jimmy? Do you think he's coming on again now that he can actually run the show and play a bit of football in this game? Because at the start, when he first came in, he wasn't fit and things like that. I wasn't sure. But these last few games, Jimmy, I think he's been man absolutely outstanding.
He's been playing really well. He's no. As Fox said the other night there, I mean, he doesn't play so much for. He's a deeper midfield player now.
Yeah.
So that's good for us, the way he's playing.
He's been sitting in front of the back four, Jimmy, really.
Aye, and he's performing really well. So we've not got the Steve Davis back that we had before in the sense of the way he played then. But the way he's playing now is good for us. So, yeah, Steve Davis in the midfield tomorrow will probably be the catalyst for the game. Because he's got a good head on him, good football head as well, playing in that position. So let's see what happens with him. But I think with him and the other two guys, we can command the midfield and win it.
But do you think Blue Shadow, you still there, are you?
I am still here, bud.
What do you think about the midfield? Do you think that's important for us? Can Steve Davis stay with Jimmy saying there and run the show? Because I think he's been good the last few games, Blue.
Midfield is key in any game. Let's be honest about it. But I think one of the problems that we do have is because a couple of players haven't quite worked out for us this season. I think it's forcing the manager to play in a way in which he doesn't want to play. And those two that I'm thinking haven't really worked out in particular are Barisic and Grezda. Because otherwise, those three, if you look at those three midfielders, particularly Stephen Davis, the way he is now, he's much more. He's a player that likes to play a lot deeper than he used to. So, ordinarily, you'd have those three are all not quite holding midfielders, but perhaps one of the three of them would look to move forward and join the forward players, which would be predominantly Steve Davis. But without a wing back, if you've got Flanagan at wing back rather than Barisic, you haven't got the automatic width on the left hand side like you have on the right hand side with Tavernier coming down that side. So it does make it difficult. But I think we have to be sensible and sort of balance it. We didn't go totally gung ho and get caught at the back, because they do have players, particularly out wide in Forrest and McGregor. And also, if they play that French guy that they paid $9 million or whatever his name, Edouard or whatever his name is, that guy's quite quick. So we could get caught out at the back, because although Barisic isn't a slouch or Goldston, they're not exactly rapier fast either. So we've got to be careful and strike a balance and know that just everybody charge up the field and leave ourselves with two centre backs totally exposed like we've been caught out before.
What about you, Ronnie? You still there, Ronnie? Is Ronnie still on the call? No.
It's Baloo here.
Hey, Blue, how you doing? What do you think about that one? Do you think
I agree. I think what Stardog said earlier on, he said, you've got to press them, you've got to try different variations going for them. I think you saw it in Europe. Every game in Europe they get played, any team closed them down, they just didn't have the composure, they couldn't deal with it. They get gubbed every time in Europe. Levine, when he beat them 4-0 or 4-1, whatever it was, he said we watched them in Europe and we thought, just press this team, we'll score goals, and they humped them 4-0. And like the boy said about Hibs as well, Hibs have taken goals off them, simply being the same, just working hard, pressing them. They can't take it. They don't have the quality. They're really not as good as people seem to think they are. But it's only because they've got away with it for the last few years when we weren't there. So you need to press this mob really high. And on the Stephen Davis question, who in the Celtic team do you see that's going to stop Stephen Davis the way he's playing? Who's going to interfere with him?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Blueberry.
It's not going to happen.
He's really come on to a game the last few games. At the start, when he first came in, I thought, I knew McKenna wasn't Steve Davis at left because he's obviously a bit older, but I wasn't 100% sure. But he's really come on to a game the last few games.
And
I think he could be a winner.
His composure's been brilliant and his distribution's been brilliant. He's just absolutely fantastic just now. And if he performs like that on Sunday, that'll be the making of the defence sort of, the attacking element of it, sort of picking the ball up, get to me and get rid of it, rather than, sort of long punts. But like Stardug said, we've got to try everything. But I think if we press that team, press them hard, they do not have the composure. There's 3 players in the team that are probably quite decent, but that's not enough to beat us, and it's not enough to cope with us. So if we get about them and just keep playing and getting forward, we'll score goals against that lot.
What do you think, Blue Star? Because when I looked at the team the other day there, it looked like it was setting up like a 4-5-1, but when I seen them actually coming onto the pitch, Jimmy will probably be able to hang with this one as well. I thought they set up like a 4-3-2-1 with Jack, Davis and Kamara, and then Arfield, Defoe, Arfield on one side and Kent on the other side and Defoe. But Stephen Gerrard said they wasn't doing that, Blue Star. They wasn't putting Arfield out wide. Do you think we'll set up the same sort of way, like a 4-3-2-1?
I thought it was a 4-3-2-1, but our manager was trying to make it was more like a 4-4-1-1. For me, I think he'll more or less play the same way, George. I would say on that point that, see, like say Arfield's a wee buzz bomb. He likes to run about, but quite often, as I said a million times on here, you'll see Defoe cracking up at him because he feels sometimes that he's running into the wrong areas, and that just takes time to play with the guys running about you. So here's hoping that he's running the right player, the right spaces, because if you're playing with a winger and you're playing with Tav on the other side, as Stardog and Blue Shadow and that said there, you're not hitting them up through the middle, you're hitting them in the wings, you're hitting them in the middle, you're getting at them from all angles. And as JFK said there, where do you hurt them? You hurt them in defence. They can't handle it. And if our 11 plays the way they can, I'm telling you guys, it can be a 2, 3, 4 goals. It can.
Agreed.
And I want to see us scoring them because, as I say, our forwards haven't done the business against that mob. So we want, here's hoping it's going to start on Sunday.
How do you think we set up on Sunday, Jimmy, when you actually looked at the team? Because when I looked at it, I thought it was a 4-3-3. I think at that, but it looks like it was a 4-3-2-1. Did you think the same, or how did you see it?
I thought that as well, 4-3-2-1. But it's a way the gaffer has managed to change it the last 3 or 4 games, and to complement that system, and it's worked well for us because we know that Fred up front is an agitator. He can bring 3 or 4 defenders to him and take them right out of the game. But Jermaine Defoe's not that type of player, so we're playing to his strengths and trying to get him the ball because. And I keep saying, I don't like the word he's a lazy player, but he's not a player that likes to come and get the ball. He likes the ball to come to him. So we need to feed him that, and we have been doing that in the last 4 or 5 games. So continue doing that until there's a change that we need to make. And if he brings Fred on, he takes Defoe off, or does he bring Fred on and play the 2 of them together? So that will determine the way the game plays. I mean, we've been fortunate with watching Tavernier with Candace on the right because the 2 of them complemented each other. But unfortunately, the Candy man's fell out the game now. So he's got to play his strengths, and the way he's playing it now is good for us. So I'm quite happy with the system he's playing because Jermaine Defoe is in fire now. I mean, he doesn't need to score 2 and 3 goals. 1 goal's enough. But it's a way that his positional play is brilliant, and we've seen it. How unlucky he was with a couple of shots after the post. One was offside, No. So let's go with the same system we've got. It's a quick system, and it works for us now. So let's go against them on Sunday.
And it
play
can
the same
adapt well, Jimmy.
Yep, that's how I am looking at it, Blue Star. So yeah, I don't have any problems with the system he's playing now.
Candice has always played well against them, Jimmy. Candice is one of these guys. He's probably always for me, everybody's got an opinion. I think Candice is always a guy who's maybe a six. I think him and Tab always play well together and things like that. He's never like a lazy player. Always runs and does a lot. Is there no chance that he'll start anybody?
Candice came on there last week, mate, and he was poor. It was rubbish. You know, for whatever reason, I'm not want to say he's burnt out. He just doesn't look half the player that he was when he in the last few games before that. So for me, the Candy man's on the bench again. So I don't think he'll get a look in on Sunday, George. I just think that he's fell out of sorts and he's not playing to the potential we know he can. Some of his crossing. I know he had a good chance to put the ball in the net, but my granny could have scored that. So, but hey ho, I never went in the net. Nah, for me, the Candy man might find himself next season as a squad player.
He's coming to
that age now that he might think, well, it's not for me now.
But do you think Stardog? Do you think we'll set up the same way as we did the other day there? That the way we're talking about, or do you think we'll change anything at all? There's no change, any changes, no.
No, I just think we'll have wee flashbacks of players earlier on in the season, but they're just mate and we can I semi carried away. I don't think he'll change a winning team, mate. As I say, these players will be there on the bench. If things aren't happening for us, I'm getting pelted with Pepper Pig toys, not as we speak, mate. I'm having a nightmare here. If we show up, mate, in the way we've played in the past few games, we'll not have a problem. But these guys are on the bench, mate, to make an impact. So if things aren't going right, they can always come on off the bench, and that's what they're there for, mate. We're a squad, we're not just the one couple of players.
What do you think, Bluebeard? Do you think we'll just set up the same way and just go for it in Sunday?
I think exactly the same as the boys are saying. And I think I'd note as well about Candias. Candias is good with Tavernier, and Tavernier's better with Candias as well. But Candias is always very good as well with Morelos. He seems to be able to have a sort of sixth sense where to find him. You know, he's some of the goals he's laid on for Morelos has been brilliant. So that might even bring him on both at the same time. You know, it might be just one of these a good double punch to hit that mob. You know, if you're a couple of goals up and 20 minutes to go, I mean, imagine bringing A2 on to harass a life at them.
That's a massive point, isn't it? And what you, Blue Shadow, that's a point. I mean, the starting 11 is really important, but I think the substitutes at the right time are got to be really important as well. If this team starts the same, you've got wee Fred and Candice and that to come off the bench, that's got to be important as well when to do that, Blue Shadow.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I'm just wondering if I was just actually wondering there if Kent is going to be over his bug. How much has he trained this week? Will he start? It could be an interesting one because if you had Kent and Morelos to bring on at the end, that would, you know, if we're still in the game and need to go forward, then that would be prime for me because if you've got him, I would actually put Morelos on the left hand side and Kent on the right hand side and cause them all sorts of problem late on when the legs are a bit tired. So that's if we've got that way to move forward, but. Candias, as you say, he's been very poor over the last wee while. He seems to have suffered badly from, as you were pointing out, George, the Morelos not being in the team for me. So, but it's a bit not strange really because Candias for me is a out-and-out winger. You know, he doesn't suit this cutting in from the side, which is where I think the fact that Grezda hasn't hit the ground running is perhaps hurt the manager a wee bit.
But do you think, Blue Star, do you think the substitutes are just as important as the starting 11 when they come on and who comes on? I mean, we've got quite a strong bench. I think it was Jimmy spoke about the other night there. Obviously, if the team starts the same, you'll have Halliday, McCrory, Morelos, Candias on the bench. So the bench is quite a strong bench, and if you make the substitutes at the right time, I mean, that could hurt them as well, Blue Star.
Definitely, George. And as Blue Shadow said there, if you remember back just a few weeks back, our manager turned round one of the times and he said specifically about Candias having played too many games in various positions that he was a bit burnt out. So you've got to give the wee guy a bit of credit. The one thing about Candias, guys, it's not just about him going forward. See the running he does, feeding back, covering Tav, etc. His work rate's exceptional. So it's perfectly understandable if he is a wee bit burnt out. So for me, as you say, George, and as Blue Shadow said there, if you've got the likes of him, you were able to bring on along with Fred, because the two of them, they complement one another. We all know that. Imagine what it'd be like if you were 2 or 3 goals up and then you could bring them on. One of the things we've done, George, all season that I've been mega impressed with our manager, see towards the end of games, we've been as fit as some of these teams have been at the beginning of games. We've been going to the end of games, and for a long time there, we weren't doing that, guys, and now we are doing that. So fitness-wise, we don't have any qualms that way. But it's a great point.
The other side of the coin as well, Jimmy, that we were saying there. I mean, he's saying if you're up 2 or 3 and you've got a chance of bringing on Candias and wee Alfredo and things like that, even if you're drawing nothing with 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes to go, and you bring the guys on, that's really, really quite strong. So see you swap on for Kent if Kent starts, and for the 4 up front. I mean, that's quite a strong bench as well, Jimmy.
Of course, it's a strong bench, but I mean, for me, Candias, is he burnt out? I don't know. I don't think Candice will play any part at the game on Sunday. I just don't think he's got what it takes on Sunday, because he's fell away quite dramatically. So for me, he's not. McCrory might play a part with Kamara, I don't know, but for me, Candice is not going to feature. So I know I've got a strong bench. You know, I mean, Barisic was on the bench the last time. I don't know why, because I think he's played his last game for Rangers. So there might be others come into contention, but for me, the Candyman's time, I think, his days are numbered, mate.
See the burnt out one, Jimmy. I don't hang with that. I mean, I just didn't get it. I was digging a holiday, Jimmy, 1.5 metres deep behind. I have to go the morning work and do the same thing. See if I'm playing against Rangers, if I'm playing against that lot for Rangers on Sunday, and they're coming on as a sub with 20 minutes to go, Jimmy, the adrenaline will get you through anyway. So that burnt out one with football players doesn't get me at all. I would like to think if you've got 20 minutes to go and the Candyman's got to come on, I think you should be able to come on and do his job, basically.
Well, that was what George, that's what our manager said about him. He said he had been running in empty.
Aye.
Stevie G said that. That's no me or anybody else saying it.
No, I know that, Blue Star, but do you not think with a game like that in the last 2 games of the season, you just go and you leave everything on the park, just leave everything, you've not got nothing left, and you can get again another 20 minutes, another half an hour.
120%, George, and I think the opposite of Jimmy. I think he will be on the bench. I think he's a cert to be on the bench.
Well, I think he'll be on the bench, but I don't think he'll play any part in the game. I don't think that Candace will come. I think he brought Candace on against the Spoonburners because he was trying to G the game a little bit, spice up, and he never done that. But for me, I've got in a limb here and said I think Candace's days are numbered. I don't think he'll be a first team player next season.
Jimmy, I'm not disagreeing on that point because, as I say, Nady is no who he's going to bring in. That all depends on who he goes for and who he can bring in. I mean, there's for instance that guy Mexi. We know for a fact he definitely wanted him in, but the guys went and signed for another French team. So it's all about who he can bring in as to certain ones, whether they will be there or whether.
That's a massive point. What do you think about that, Bluebeard? What do you think in the point of the substitutes and things like that?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier on. Bringing on sort of Buffalo and Candyman would be brilliant. But there's somebody, I don't know. What about Middleton? Is Middleton going to get near the bench, do you think? He's been performing really, really well in the young team, and he's been banging in plenty of goals. He's had experience. He's played in Europe. He's still only a young boy, but he's got great pace. He's good up that wing, that left wing. So it might be another good one to have on the bench, I just think.
He was in the squad for the game the other day there, so he'll probably still be in the squad, maybe not on the bench, but he'll probably be in the squad. So there's every chance of maybe actually, if there's a few injuries, because I think they said, who was the ones that they said won't feature in the cup? Who was it?
Kent had to be bugged, didn't he?
A wee bug, but I think he'll actually be in the squad anyway. So I don't know if Glenn Middleton will be anywhere near the team, to be honest. I
wouldn't have thought so, but on the bench, I don't even know if he'll make the bench. But I was just wondering because I know he'd been performing so well, so I thought maybe it'd be Just
that last time, Blue Shadow, he brought him on for what 20 odd minutes, and let's be truthful, he done absolutely hee-haw. So I'm not so sure, you know.
That's why he's pushed him back into the reserves, isn't it?
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
They've actually worked with that young lad really well, to be fair. I mean, I think he done well to get in the squad when he came in the squad, in the team. He done it no bad. And put him back to where he's playing with his mates and that again in the same age group as him. So he'll probably play next season, to be honest.
I think what helped him when he came into the team is that he actually managed to bag a few goals, didn't he? I mean, he was getting goals in Europe and all that sort of stuff, and I think that must really have lifted his confidence so much. But like somebody pointed out a few weeks ago that, you know, once the sort of opposition got to realise what his game was, you know, he was getting sussed out quite well. So that's where the lack of experience comes in.
Yeah, so I doubt.
How do you think, Blue Shadow? How do you feel about that as well?
I think the problem that he's got is you've only got 5 substitutes, and one of them's got to be a reserve keeper. One of them's going to be Joe Worrell. You're going to have Candias on the bench. So you got 2 spaces left. And Morelos as well. That was 1 space. Is Middleton going to get that? Can he really see it? For me, I think it'll be Ross McCrory gets the other space, so he can bring him into the centre midfield if he needs to lock the game down.
And Barisic, Blue Shadow, go on the bench as well, or another left back, Barisic or Flanagan, whoever doesn't play, they two will be on the bench as well, I suppose. So that will be the bench completely full. Like.
Yeah,
I'd love Blue Shadow because good point, Blue Shadow, because I think we're all forgetting that one. He would automatically need another goalie on the bench, so that takes up another space straight away, you know.
That's why McCrory's there.
Yeah. Well.
Since it won't be both McCrory's now.
Well, anyway, Blue Shadow, how do you see it going on Sunday? What do you think the outcome will be in Sunday? Do you do predictions, or how do you do it?
I'm gonna go for. I'll be bold. I'll go for prediction. Say 2-1 to us.
That would be me. I would take that, Jimmy. What about you, Jimmy? How do you see it going?
Hey, I'd settle for like that Man City centre back. Our Katic hit one into the top corner for 30 yards.
Oh,
see that company goal. Oh, what a cracker!
Something else, wasn't it?
Well, even with Middleton's goal last week. That was a world class goal, like for his own age group. So things like that. What do you think, Jimmy? How do you see it going? And
I'm going for a minimum of 2-0, 2-3, 2 or 3. I'll go for 2-0.
I love your confidence, Jimmy. I really do. I mean, I love it because you're not always exact. You're never the top confident or nothing like that. Like, but you've just got it in your bonnet. We've got to actually do this. I think we've been joined with Ronnie again. How are you doing, Ronnie?
Sorry about that, guys. I need to hold my hands up here. I was a guilty culprit with the pots and the pans because the wife's working late. The wife's working late, and I thought I'd snatch a wee quick 5 minutes and stir my dinner. But I dropped the phone. I dropped the phone in the curry sauce. So can I cut off there? I'm phoning for another phone now. So regarding Sunday, I think wee Davis will be the key. I think if wee Davis is on his game, he'll run round round that moron on the other side.
Do you think they'll say that as well? Do you think that they'll turn around and say that he's our main man as well, and he'll be the one to get cut out? Do you think that as well?
But I think the good thing for us is we know that we Stevie, he doesn't take Brown's bait. He'll just play his game, you know, the way he always does. He's nice, calm, collective, the way he always is. And he's not a vicious player at the end. So he'll get away with it with the referee. He'll stick his wee fly one in here and there. And he'll get away with it, whereas Brown won't, you know. And I think it all depends on how we Stevie does, you know.
Aye, that's right. What about you, Stardog? How do you see it going on Sunday? Are you confident that Jing would go out there?
I think we'll win 3-1, mate. I think it'll be tight. Maybe up to the 60th minute, and I think we'll get a penalty, and then I think we'll get a late goal for Alfredo. I think it'll be 3-1, mate. A close 3-1, but a close 3-1.
Yeah, that everybody's really confident. Like, I'll keep my powder dry and just I'm confident enough. I think we've got a good enough team to do it. Don't get me wrong, but I just like to see how the game's going to go. What about you, Blue Bear? How do you see it going on Sunday?
I think if we play the way we can play, if we press them for the beginning and keep pressing them all throughout the game, I'm looking at 4, and I think they might score, and they might even score first. But I'm still thinking if we play properly, if we attack them properly, I don't see why 4 against that mob isn't even an every week occurrence for some teams.
They're due.
I think they're well due, and I think we're due we're due to give somebody a doing, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, even Aberdeen, that sort of stuff, that result against Aberdeen, you know, everybody's pointing at the penalties and all the rest of it, but really...
Even against them the last game at Ibrox, you know.
Aye, absolutely. So
That'd be
no,
able to start.
I'm looking at forward.
George, George, I'm going to say something I've not said before. Honestly, I'm a bit like Blue there. I'd see if we play the way we can. Honestly, I can see us scoring 3 or 4 because if you think back to what Blue Shadow and that saying there and Ronnie, the very fact we've played them 3 times already this season, we've created stacks and stacks of chances against them, and we've just not put them away through one thing or another.
Here, mate. Here.
Luck's got a lot to do with these games, and we all know that. But I genuinely believe if we play the way we can in front of 50,000 Bears, I'm serious, and we take our chances, I can see us scoring a few goals. I honestly can.
Yeah, I said that
Can I make a wee point?
Anyway, guys, I think we're just about near the time for a tune. Just to let you know that there'll be no show on Sunday, pre or after show. Most of the guys are up in Glasgow, wherever they may be, for a game on Sunday. So, George, I think we're going to have a tune shortly.
On Sunday as well, Jimmy, I think there'll be if we're lucky enough for the focus know at the game, I think there'll be a few tunes in the lobby during about the time of the game, and just when the show would go, and I think that's the plan anyway, Jimmy. So if you just tune...
Just a wee side note in the lobby, guys. I had registered initially, but there doesn't seem to be a tab if you forgot. No, you forgot your login details.
Yeah, I'll maybe speak to Old School Blue, and he'll maybe be able to sort out for you just after show.
No bother, buddy. No bother.
Right, everybody, thanks very much for helping me out tonight and coming on. It's absolutely brilliant when you all come on with your predictions and your confidence and things like that. That's me. I'm going to go away now, listen to a few tunes myself, and look forward to Sunday. So everybody that's been on the call tonight, help me out a lot with just having your banter and your talk and everything like that. So for everybody that's been on the call, thanks very much, and I'll see you all hopefully on Monday. We are the people. Come on, the Rangers.
No surrender, George.
The battle fever's on.
Let's go.
Cheers, lads.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, across the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes, and I've heard the 40s roar. I've flied the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea, but there's a sea back home in Scotland, more than all the rest of me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greenest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. And it's not on the really just clear green. No more I'll sail the 7 seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday, I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around, I'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my God. It's the greenest sight that